What's up, squad? Alright, guys, so I'm sitting here like, do I have enough time to get squad's video in today? Because I have dinner plans in about an hour and a half, but I'm like, you know what? I love working under pressure, so let me do this reading and then let me run like a chicken with my head cut off around the house. Alright, so let's do this, guys. So let's see what is going on with love this month for Tauruses, okay? So, guys, in the past, when I've done this, I had done a spread for singles and then a spread for couples. Because we're all the same sign, it was always, kind of a similar storyline, the same energies. And I honestly just felt like I was doing the same spread twice. So I want to be more time efficient, and I want to do things in a way where, I'm not doing more than what's necessary. So I'm going to just do one spread this time, but at the end I'm going to divide up the advice for singles first, and then we'll do some advice for couples just so you guys know how to distinguish the spread for you individually, okay? Alright, squad, let's see what's up. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So the energy that we have this month is the Eight of Wands. So there's someone that you're talking to, there's reciprocation, there's back and forth action. Whether you're in a relationship or not, your phone's being blown up. You're hitting this person up, they're hitting you up back, okay? And there might be some talk, and the talk might lead to you turning your back on somebody, okay? Possibly walking away. And with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, maybe a fallout due to a heartbreak. Okay, so let's get into this and see how everything works out. Okay, because for some of you, I see new starts because we have the Lover's card, the Fool card, and the Eight of Swords. So maybe there's a new start presented to you, but you could be stuck on someone who broke your heart. Okay, so let's see what's going on. And the first card that we have for the past, guys, is the Six of Cups in the reverse. So someone from your past may have come in, or maybe you reached out to them in order to reconcile, or you were deciding that it was time to leave someone in your past for sure, okay? And maybe you tried doing it amicably. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So whether they reached out to you or you reached out to them, I just feel the offer wasn't accepted and there's something that didn't move forward, okay? And we have the Emperor in the reverse, where this person is being very fake and maybe manipulative, having something up their sleeve. With the Emperor, the good thing about the Emperor is that it's someone who's very powerful. Okay, for some of you, it could have been a Virgo or an Aries. But this is someone who's normally very powerful, who makes good decisions, who, has a sense of wisdom in life. So they know how to move forward in, the best way. But what a lot of people fail to say sometimes is that the Emperor is very, very stubborn. Okay, so sometimes when we feel like we know it all, we could take that and make it into a negative experience because we're not fully looking at how our actions or how our decisions could affect everything as a whole. All right, so there's somebody here that's really over the top. Maybe they feel like they're, making the right decision and they're being really out there, but it's just not something that was working for you, okay, whether it be you or that other person who was doing it. The next card that we have here is the Four of Cups. So if there is an offer that you were waiting on, maybe it didn't come in, or maybe you just didn't accept it, or maybe you guys made an offer that was not accepted, okay? Or maybe you didn't make it at all. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So there could have been someone that you guys did want to talk to, but maybe it's like your offer may not have been received, or maybe they weren't receptive towards you. And we have the Four of Swords, where you're kind of in a place where you're really in your head. You're really thinking about what it is that you want in life. You're thinking about all the experiences in life with love that have brought you to the place that you're at. And you're really deciding, how do I want to move forward knowing what I know now about love? Okay? And with the Four of Swords, you're not going to move forward until you feel like you're ready, until you feel like you have something that's sustainable and feasible for you. Now, the last card here for the past is the Three of Cups. For some of you, this could have been something that made you excited, something that you celebrated. For a small number of you, maybe it was a third-party situation or you being interested in more than one person. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. So you guys could have heard from somebody, you know, messages of love that really made you happy or excited, or maybe you started talking to someone that really made you happy or excited. All right, and with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, there's something that you're letting go, but maybe something new that you're tuning into. Okay, and with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, yes, there's something that you had to give up on, something that you had tried and put a lot of effort into, but now you're telling yourself, look, you know, I need to move forward in a different way. For those who are in a relationship and you never left the relationship and you're asking us that, how does this pertain to me? This could be something simple as maybe there's a new start that you and your partner wanted, an idea that you guys had, something that you wanted to pick up off the ground, but you decided it might not be the best idea. So maybe you discarded one of the ideas and now you're working on another way and you're kind of getting around the situation. Okay? Now, in the present moment, the first card that we have is the Justice card, where things are balanced here, but this could also be a card about karma. All right, so if somebody's been getting the short end of something, this could be a turn of the events. Now we have the Eight of Cups. So somebody might turn their back and walk away from a situation, or walk away from somebody that may be trying to get all up in their, you know, in their life. And we have the Eight of Wands, so it's someone who you guys may be reaching out to, or someone that's reaching out to you, but you're turning your back and you're walking away. And with the High Priestess in the reverse, either there's red flags, warning signs that you're not seeing about the situation, and, you know, you're trying to, again, just turn a blind eye to what could be wrong, or, you know, because the High Priestess is someone who's all-knowing. So in the reverse, you could be withholding information. There could be something that you know that you're telling yourself, like, maybe it's best if I keep this to myself. Or maybe somebody else did something and you know, and you're like, let me just watch you. And let me see how you act, because I know what's up. I know the truth, and I want to see how fucking stupid you make yourself look. Okay, so it's going to be either or. The next card is the Sun card in the reverse. Now, this could be someone unexpected that comes into your life out of nowhere. Okay, something that you didn't see coming. But in this case, I think that there's going to be information that comes out that might, for some of you, be hard to swallow. Okay, just because of the next card, but we'll get to that card in a second. Why is the Sun card in the reverse here? The Seven of Cups in the reverse. You're going to see clarity in a situation, something that you may have been questioning about someone, or maybe you weren't sure who you wanted. You're making a choice here. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is going to be a choice that brings you balance. You guys are in a place where you don't want to give more effort than what you're getting. Okay? So whatever causes you to find balance, whether it be compromising with the person or just saying altogether, like, you know what, I don't think this is a good idea. You know, you're finding balance. And there's the Two of Cups. So there's a strong connection here. There's someone that you're going to be interested in. Okay? For those who are completely single and have no one at all or no interest, and this could just be you coming to a place of self-acceptance. Okay? Having that relationship with yourself and getting over any losses from the past that may have made you guarded or something that was very unconventional. Now, the last card that we have here is the King, and this is for the present moment, the King of Wands in the reverse. So this might be the unexpected information that came out. If you guys were dating more than one person or just kind of having fun and, you know, just doing what you got to do, that may come out. All right? If somebody else is doing that to you, it's going to come out. All right? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, where things take an unexpected turn. Okay, or just something that you did not expect to happen, happens. And with the Five of Cups in the reverse, this is you guys, you know, if there's any sort of pain that you were going to feel in this, I feel like you actually take it rather well. All right, because there might be maybe a fire sign for some of you, maybe an air sign for others of you, that you may be really stuck in your head about them, or, you know, there could be a situation where you're not coming to the reality of a situation. You're not seeing things clearly, okay? Because with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, it's like you would start to finally accept things for what it is. But with the Eight of Swords upright, maybe there's a certain view on the person that you're talking to that you want to believe, but it might not be what you think it is, okay? And we have the Three of Swords here too. So there could be something that you find out that is devastating. Maybe if it's about an air sign, maybe they're talking to a fire sign, okay? But you may find out something that may be disheartening, or maybe somebody's going to find out something that's disheartening about you, Now, going into the future, the first card that we have here is the Empress card. So this is going to be a card for Taurus. All right, so you guys could be in a place where there's a new start that's presented to you. For some of you, this could be a pregnancy. But for others of you, something that you really want to develop and nurture and, tend to. And with the Tower card in the reverse, whatever it was that was happening here, you're avoiding a catastrophe. There's going to be a big transition that you're going through. But you're really doing your best to avoid anything that could really destroy you on the inside. And with the Hierophant in the reverse, I feel like there's something unconventional that happens, but there's a new start that's available to you, something that comes in. Now, the most important part, guys, is the Hanged Man right here. So it's like you guys are going to just suspend yourselves and you're going to say, look, I'm at a place where I'm tired. I might be a little bit heartbroken. I might be upset about, what it was that I found out. Or maybe someone's upset with me because of what they found out. But you come to a place in your life where it's like you look in the mirror, you see yourself, and it's like, you know what? I am who I am, and I do what I do. And, the person who understands me is really going to understand me, and it's not something that I should force. I think that you guys get to the point where, not that you're being complacent, but you're not willing to fight for something that may not be worth it. So I think you're truly looking at everything and everyone in your life and saying, is this person worth the battle? Do I really want to overly exert myself to keep this? Am I the only one who's putting effort in? All right, because I feel like you guys are only going to put in the effort that is put towards you. Okay, so you're going to match this person. If they really want to work on things, then you'll hear them out and you work on things. If they're going to talk to other people and be a hoe and do whatever they want to do, then you're going to be like, you know what, fuck it. Godspeed. Now, the next card that we have here is the Three of Pentacles. So there is someone that you're talking to. There's someone that you're building with. There's someone that you feel like you guys have similar ideas. Maybe you have similar goals in life. And with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, at the time that you're building with this person, you may be pissed off at the time that you have invested into somebody else. Okay? And you're kind of just asking yourself, was all of this worth it? And it's, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, she's stubborn, or she or he is stubborn. She or he may be acting in an immature, petty way. But in the defense of the Queen of Pentacles, okay, I have to defend my Queen of Pentacles. In this defense, and this is not just because I'm a Taurus, but this is the hardest queen to get into the reverse. Because she's the one willing to do the most. She's the one who's the most patient. She's the one that's the most grounded and the most realistic. Okay, so when you put this queen in the reverse, or if she does something to put herself in the reverse, there is really a lot of events that led up to it. Okay, and you guys know that for sure. With just being a Taurus, you guys understand the fact that there may be a lot that we endure when it comes to love, or when it comes to someone we truly care about. But when a Taurus is done, a Taurus is done. And that's the problem, because a lot of people will date a Taurian and they'll say, I can get away with so much. But that's going to bite you in the ass, because the moment that Taurus decides that they're done, you just lost them for life. Yeah, they would have been there, and yeah, they probably would have gone through more than what was acceptable, more than, some other signs may have gone through. But at least when they leave a situation, they can fully feel, or we can fully feel like, you know what, I did everything I could. So in the past, I used to tell myself, I hate the way that I am, and I hate the fact that I try so hard with certain people, and I hate that I stayed in that so long. But then now looking back, there's no one that can say, Lissette shouldn't have left me like that. Okay? Anyone that you talk to from my past, they'll be like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, I lost a good one. Okay? So for a lot of people, Taurus is going to be the one that got away. Okay, because Tauruses are down. Tauruses are dope most of the time. Now, you're going to have different Tauruses. There's some Tauruses that, are at a lower vibration than others. And there's different levels of involvement and phases. So we all have to learn how to deal with our shadow aspects, how to deal with our jealousy, our possessiveness, our need to kind of be able to predict what's going to happen in a relationship. But some deal with it better than others. Okay, trust me, I used to be the person that I'd go crazy. I'd be blowing up your phone. I'd be showing up, and just really doing the most. But now I'm the type of person, I don't care if I'm crying myself to sleep every night. If somebody does not want to be with me, I just swallow the pill no matter how hard it is. I just take it and I withdraw myself gracefully. So it depends what level you're at in terms of involvement. Okay, but we all have that chance, or that opportunity rather, to really lift ourselves up. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So there's something that you stop working on. There's something that maybe if you're waiting for it, it's not going to happen. Maybe if someone's waiting on you, it's not going to happen. But you're building elsewhere. I just feel like you're not in a place where you can emotionally delve into the person. Okay, so you're going to have that sense of hesitance. You're going to get to know them. You'll talk to them. You'll entertain them. But are you going to give them their, your heart right away? No. All right, and we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. It's because at a very core level, you might feel so unstable and upset about what happened. Okay? Now, the last card here is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So even if you're feeling hurt, even if you're feeling betrayed, just be, how do I want to say this? Feel good about the fact that the worst is behind you. Okay? Whatever you were dealing with this person or the situation, it's never going to get that bad again. All right? And with the Nine of Cups, there is opportunities here to be happy. And maybe if there was a betrayal, maybe you're, reconciling with the person. Maybe things are getting better with the person. But we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this ends with you guys not being worried, getting over any sort of betrayals, and finding a path to happiness. Okay? And with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you're going to be very guarded as you do this. Okay? And maybe you're going to guard yourself towards a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. But I feel like there's going to be something reckless that happens. This could, what I'm saying, anyone could take the energy. It could be the Taurus that cheats. It could be the other person that cheats. But regardless of what it is, there's just someone here who's being very, very reckless. And I feel like this month, Tauruses are just going to kind of be at a standstill and say, wait, hold on. You're throwing me a curveball, and I'm not sure what direction I want to go in just yet. Okay? So being real with y'all. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let's start with singles. I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice, and then we'll go to couples. All right, what is happening with Taurus singles? Let me get 3 cards of advice for Taurus singles. February 2018 when it comes to love. All right, squad, let's see what's going on. Okay, so this is going to go 2 ways. There might be some of you that are very, very happy with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Okay, or maybe there's something that feels very, very good for you, but that you might feel like you have to cut out due to an injustice. And with the Ace of Cups in reverse, something that you drop. Whether it's you guys who do the injustice or whether it's someone that you are interested in talking to who does this to you. Now, there's going to be secrets that come out. Okay, whether it's about you or not, you guys are going to deal with this as gracefully as possible because you're turning up in the upright. So at the end of the day, even if it's something that's painful to you, or even if you're disappointed that it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, you're still going to be stable and strong within yourself. And you're going to say, okay, that sucks, but let me just move on with my life. Life goes on. But with the Star card in the reverse, there could be someone that you were potentially very excited about, but that you see things for what it is and you say, you know what, I don't think that this is something that I should move forward with. Okay. So let's see what is happening with Taurus couples. What is going on with Taurus couples? Past, present, and future. What is happening with... Well, not past, present, and future. I'm sorry, guys. 3 cards of advice for Taurus couples. All right, guys. All right, so we have the 5 of Cups in the reverse, followed by the Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So regardless of what happens, because I feel like there's going to be something unconventional that comes to light, you guys are still going to be in a position where you're strong and where you know, you get over whatever's happening. If there's a betrayal that happens to you, I see you guys just moving on and just being like, okay, whatever, fuck it. If there's a betrayal that you guys put upon someone else, then it's going to be a lot easier to say fuck it, because you're not the person who's sitting in a place where you're being hurt. Okay, but there's something that you're going to feel very, very good about. Okay, and with the Knight of Cups, maybe it's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or someone that you've just been actively showing love to right now. Okay, but with the Three of Wands in reverse, something that you're waiting on may not happen, or something that this person wants from you may not happen. So let me clarify this Three of Wands in reverse and see why it's here. We have the Four of Swords. Let me get one more card here. And the Magician in the reverse. Alright. So, I'm going to be completely honest. For this month, there's going to be a transition, guys. So for some of you, you may be moving away from somebody that was unfaithful, or maybe if you were unfaithful, you're going to decide that you may be better off on your own. But there is someone who's being manipulative, and there's something that you're going to take a break from, and that at this time you may not see it as moving forward in a good direction. But regardless of what it is that happens, you're moving away from someone. There could be a possible new start, because you do have the Star card here. So you are going to get something that you've been wishing for, and a new start for sure. But there's going to be someone who gets rejected. And again, I keep seeing, if there's anyone cheating, whether it's you or whether it's your partner, it's going to come out this month. All right. And with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, you're going to see the truth of the situation. But for some reason, I just don't feel like the Taurian is going to be too screwed up over it. Okay. And I'm trying to say this as objectively as possible. I try my best, guys, when I do this, to keep my subjective views to myself. But it's just the energy that I'm picking up from it. Just with the cards, are any cards that represent the Taurian. They're all coming up in the upright, which is showing that you're at least in a good state of mind, or you're at least handling the situation with grace. So regardless of what happens, whether you guys decide to take another route in terms of love, or maybe you decide to just leave somebody, or maybe someone decides to leave you, I really see you guys being okay and being able to handle it. Okay, so let's see what happens, guys. But very, very interesting. So let's see. And my advice is, if you're with somebody, guys, and then you're in a relationship and there could be another person that you're interested in, if you wouldn't want to lose your partner, then I would not stray, okay? And not saying that there's ever going to be a good time to stray, but we just want to be very careful about the karma that we put out there, okay? And this is something that I spoke about in, I believe it was the Libra video. At the end of it, I was saying that, when we hurt a person, okay, we don't get to choose when karma comes back. And karma comes back at a time where we would want it to come back the least. So say you're with someone and you're just with them to pass the time, and you just want the physical, you just want someone to be able to go out to eat with from time to time. You're not going to get karma when you're in something that may seem insignificant. It's when you find the person that you're like, okay, this is the love of my life. Like, I'm down. Like, let's do this. That's usually going to be the person that you learn with. Okay, so think about the future, all right? Don't think about instant gratification, because this month, anything that you do that is instant gratification could get you into trouble, okay? And that's also for vice versa. If it's not you guys doing anything wrong, it could be the person that you're dating. So tread carefully this month, guys, okay? And it's Valentine's Day, so if you guys get a call that, oh, I'm sick, or my mother's in the hospital, oh, I can't go out today, I have to work an extra late shift, you might be that mistress, or you might be the person who's getting played. All right, so if you're having your date on February 15th instead of the 14th, then that's something that you might want to keep in mind, guys, all right? Squad, I love you. Anything that, is thrown your way, even if it's something that you're not expecting, just deal with it gracefully. And understand that when a person hurts us, it's because there's something that is missing or lacking within themselves, okay? Because I know that when we get hurt and when things happen, we kind of want to blame ourselves, and we want to say, okay, well, shit, what could I have done differently? But at the end of the day, someone who's 100% down for you, they're not going to hurt you, okay? And yeah, there's always going to be adversities, but they're not going to maliciously and purposefully, go and attack you and do something that's going to break your heart, All right, so this is going to be a month where you decide who's for you and who's not. Okay, good luck with everything, guys. Squad, I love you. Take care.